I'm sure you have come across all the overconsumption videos that are trendy nowadays, where spending is uncontrollable, where people buy hundreds of things every month. They show them off on camera, they show them off to us, they try to convince us that this is what we need as well. It is wild and it has become a norm nowadays. But I want to make it clear, it is not bad buying stuff per se, it is not bad wanting to get something, it is not bad treating yourself to something, because it's part of life. The problem starts when it becomes uncontrollable, when buying becomes a reflex and not a decision, when it's no longer about the product itself, about trying to fill something that you can't name. And this is when it becomes emotional. And once it becomes emotional, overconsumption begins. Hi, this is me, Amina, and welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about personal finance, budgeting, and all the other important topics in life. And today we're talking about overconsumption and the psychology part of it. In other words, why we like overconsuming stuff and why we're so obsessed with buying new things on a daily basis and never get tired of it. Don't forget to subscribe. First things first, every purchase has a reason. It's a logical reason when we need to get something and we buy it. And it's an emotional decision is when we cannot validate our purchase, but we still keep buying stuff on a daily basis. And the truth is, we're not buying shoes every day because we need shoes. We're buying confidence. We're not buying skincare because we need skincare. We are buying self-worth. We're not buying a new phone because we need it. An example is an iPhone that comes out every year and there's huge queues every year to get it. We are buying identity. When we scroll through TikTok hauls, we see people unboxing dozens of items in a single video. Most often we think, I want that too. And it is not about the items themselves. It is about what's promised to us. It is about what these products are promising to us, which are excitement, status, control, or even just a temporary escape from the reality. You will also feel closer to the influencer who is posting all those items by buying whatever he is or she is advertising, because you will think that you own something that the influencer is owning. You watch this person on a daily basis, and that's why we keep buying and keep going back. It is not about the stuff, it's about the feeling. But the problem is that feeling never lasts, because what we're really trying to fix by constant shopping isn't really on the shelf, it's within us. When talking about overconsumption, I cannot skip the topic of the dopamine trap. What is the dopamine trap and how does it work? Every time you see an item that you want, your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that makes you feel excited, curious, alive. But here is the catch. Dopamine does not reward when you get the thing. Dopamine rewards you when you anticipate the thing. That means that it's not owning the item that makes you feel good, it's the anticipation, it's the wanting, it's the waiting for it that makes you feel good. And this is exactly why the thrill disappears the moment you get the package. You already got your hit. Now your brain starts hunting for the next one. And the cycle repeats without you even realizing it. You go online, you order, you can't wait to receive this package. Dopamine hits. You get the rush while waiting, anticipating for the package. You receive the package. Dopamine crushes. And you're on the next one. On the next item that you're looking forward to receive again. And this is the cycle. This is the problematic cycle that you are getting without even realizing it. And this is exactly how TikTok is making money. This is exactly how TikTok influencers are making money. We've turned consumption into content. Hauls, unboxings, what I bought this week, what I bought this fall, things you must own, things you must have, things you must buy this autumn. Thousands of items are shown daily, fast, flashy, exciting, and because we spend so much time on the internet, we can't get away from it. Even if we don't buy anything, we still feel this dopamine rush while watching all the hauls. Essentially, the problem is that we're being trained to crave the rush and not the product. And by the way, fast fashion brands know this the best. They drop new collections every week, every month, every season. It's not fashion anymore, it's volume. The faster the trends move, the faster your brain chases that next hit. The faster the trends move, the faster you want to change your clothes to be more fashionable. Because why? They get outdated fast and it becomes unfashionable in the next season. Essentially, shopping and overconsumption has become an entertainment nowadays. But the truth is, it's not fun. It's psychological programming. It's psychological programming of the society, of us who consume content on a daily basis. And this endless loop of wanting, chasing, buying, and wanting again. At some point, it becomes unbearable. This constant loop of chasing, wanting, buying, chasing, wanting, waiting for the package again, and again. It becomes unbearable. My way of dealing with this issue and make sure it doesn't impact my life so much is not downloading TikTok. I do not have TikTok. I do not have an account on TikTok. I do not consume any content from TikTok because I understand by consuming this type of content on a daily basis on TikTok will make it harder for me to control the urge of buying. I know it for sure. And it's not just me, it's psychology. It's deeper than that. I do not have shopping apps on my phone that constantly send me notifications with messages like last minute to buy this top, or 50% off on this, or 80% off on this item and that item. Because I know, even if you don't need it, when you see this kind of notification, you're more likely to go and click to get this item, whether you need it or not. Again, it's simple, it's psychology. This is how marketing works, and this is how psychology works. It's very simple. Those were two examples of how I try to deal with this pandemic. And now I would like to hear from you. I have a really good exercise that I would like you to do. Write down in the comments section below, when was the last time social media made you buy something? If this something was something that you needed or it was an impulse purchase. And try to think whether you regret getting it or not. Also write down how you feel about it every time you look at this item, especially if this item is something you didn't need, and try to elaborate on the feelings and thoughts and the thought process that you went through while purchasing it. It would be very interesting for me to read, and we can discuss it later. And as I mentioned before, fast fashion brands do this the best. Do this to us the best possible way. They hire so many marketing people. They hire an entire department of IT people who know when to send the notification, who know who to send the notification to. They know everything about us. Is the clearest example of overconsumption today. Think about your own closet for a moment. How many clothes did you buy in the past year, and how many of this you wore more than twice? Chances are that you have pieces that you bought just because they were cute or nice are very high. And I'm not judging because we all have been there. The truth is, what we need to realize is the moment when we are triggered to make sure that we stop. So don't worry, I'm not coming from a judgmental place. I'm here to help. The cycle that we are in is almost invisible. It's invisible to us. We do not realize that we are trapped. Brands release new styles every week. influencers advertise to us new clothes every week, every day, not every week, on a daily basis. And we want new clothes every day. Everything we see online, we want. Everything we like online, we want. And the most horrible part of it is that trends disappear as fast as they come. Today, I order a t-shirt. If it reaches to me in a week I don't like it anymore because there's something new that I like. How am I supposed to run after all these trends? How am I supposed to cope with all these trends? And we can't cope. We feel behind all the time. Even if your wardrobe is full, even if you've spent a lot, somehow it is never enough. Because you tell yourself that you need something new for the season, you need something new to wear tomorrow, you need something new for the next photo shoot, you need something new for the next outing, and it never ends. It never ends. It's a clear representation of how the system is working. The system is doing the best. The system is doing the best to influence us. It is made in a way for us to want more and more and more every day on a daily basis. The system is made in a way to reduce the time between you having the time to think whether you need it or not and the time of clicking, of purchasing it. What that means is that you take your credit card details. Once you apply it on Amazon, for example, Amazon remembers the details. So next time you want to buy something, you don't even have to insert those details again because Amazon remembers it. All you need to do is get in the app, pick the item, and you won't even realize how fast you pay. You will not realize. Because they do not want you to realize, they do not want you to have time to think about this item. They want you to see the item, go click and buy. That's it. Because the more time you have to think about the product and whether you need it or not, the likelihood of you buying it is decreasing. And this is what they don't want. And fast fashion is not about what you need. Fast fashion is about creating urgency so that you keep buying on a daily basis. It's fast, it's cheap, it's disposable. You buy, you feel this temporary rush, you feel good about yourself, you feel good in general because your dopamine levels increase, and before you even realize it, it's outdated. But why do we even care about overconsumption? We wouldn't care if it wasn't a huge problem for us financially, mentally, environmentally. It creates decision fatigue, as well as all that cheap labor that was used to create those cheap items for us to buy on a daily basis. So next time you reach for something new just because it's nice, just because you liked it, pause for a second and ask yourself, do I really need it? Once you answer that question, ask yourself, how many times can I wear this item? How can I use the item in the long run? How can I use the item multiple times, not just once and throw it out? This decision-making process will make you think and will make you conscious about things that you are buying. You will increase your chances of breaking through that cycle where you're constantly buying new things that you don't need. Try this exercise and let me know down in the comments below if it worked for you or not. I'd love to read your comments about it because essentially this is the same decision making process that I go through when I really want something. So it works for me most of the time, and I want to see if it works for you. And to be honest, breaking the loop of constant buying and constant wanting is not about stop buying everything. It's about becoming conscious. As I said, it's about becoming conscious about what you are buying, choosing what really matters to you, choosing quality over quantity. Essentially, choosing peace over rush. when you can't fall asleep in the middle of the night, you get all these million thoughts you shouldn't be having right now because you should be sleeping. This is the time when you get this thought about this one item that you bought and you start regretting. 2 days ago, you just unpacked a new t-shirt that you loved a lot, and all of a sudden, now in the middle of the night, you regret about it. You start questioning yourself, why did I even buy it? That t-shirt that you now regret buying was money that you... That t-shirt that you are now regret buying in the middle of the night was money at some point. The money that you spend your energy and effort to earn. And in that moment, the dopamine doesn't feel so good anymore. It evaporated. And now you feel regret. Now you don't feel good about yourself. Now you regret about the money spent. All of a sudden, you feel emptiness. Emptiness that follows you in the room. The silence after scrolling and buying that item. And when you see your bank account decreasing on a daily basis because of all these unneeded stuff that end up as clutter in your room, you start regretting instantly. You start questioning your choices. Why did I buy it? I don't need it. I didn't need it. I'm not using it. And you don't know what to do with these items anymore. And in these moments, it's important to realize that the thrill that you felt when ordering the item is not forever, and it's not about the item. In these moments, it's important to realize that this is not really you. This is not really what you need. This is not really what you want, because this doesn't make you happy. This doesn't make you happy in the long term. This makes you happy in the moment for 5 seconds when you buy, for 2 days when you anticipate, and that's it. But this is not what you really want. This is not what you really need. Because if it was something that you needed, you wouldn't feel the crash after buying that stuff. But because you feel that way, it's your brain is trying to signal you that stop, this is not what I want. I don't want this. Focus on things that matter to you. Now is the time to reconnect with yourself and understand what really matters to you. Again, if you want to break free from this constant cycle of buying stuff on a daily basis, you don't have to stop buying everything. Don't have to live in deprivation. The real shift comes from awareness. Before you click that buy button, try to maximize the time between the wanting that item and purchasing it. Try to think. Give yourself a day or 2 or 3 to think about that item. Try to give yourself space. Once you maximize this time between you wanting the item and act of purchasing, you will start asking more questions yourself to validate this purchase. And you will ask yourself a lot of questions like, why do I need this item? Does this item make me happy? Will I use this item? Am I buying it because I'm bored? All these questions will come naturally to you because you will want to validate your purchase. So the more time you're giving yourself to think, the less likely you will buy that item. When you start asking yourself questions about this item or that item that you're wanting to buy so bad, you become a conscious consumer. And this is where it starts. You will start noticing the patterns. This moment, when you become aware, when you become a conscious consumer, what your brain will want to do is it will want to substitute those instant dopamine rushes into something more sustainable, into something more valuable to you, because all those questions will make you think on what you really truly want. And you will start substituting one thing for another, which is more valuable to you, which doesn't give you a dopamine rush, but gives you long-term happiness effect. And these moments do not flood your brain with dopamine rush that evaporates instantly. They flood it with peace, clarity, they flood it with stability. And remember, the world doesn't want you to be at peace with yourself. The world just wants to sell you things at every single corner it can. That peace, this is where real freedom lives. It's the freedom to choose. It's the freedom to say, no, I don't need it. It's the freedom to scroll on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere else and say no to all the ads that you see, to all the new items that are being advertised. And this is what real freedom is. Knowing what you need and what you want and what makes you happy. Trust me, once you taste a little of that freedom, you will realize that there is nothing more satisfying than seeing a hole and thinking, I don't care, I don't want it, this is not for me, I don't like it, I don't want it. This is power, the power that no one can ever sell you. And that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Take care of your mental health, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.